Alright, you guys, I'm leaving Accra after 17 days. So remember, I only stay in places 10 days, but I gave it 17 days. I'm giving Senegal about a week. I'm shortening my time span so that way, if I have a place that I'm not enjoying, 100%, it's a little less dedication. But don't say I didn't do anything for Accra, because I stayed an extra 7 days on top of what I planned. But to go to Senegal, so far it's been about $1,000 for the flight and the Airbnb together for a week. It's like $1,000, just FYI. But for U.S. citizens, there is no visa required, just FYI. So I'm about to go through the passport control and then get ready to get on the plane. So I just got over here and I did not realize the airport is an hour and a half from Ngor, which is where I'm staying. So it's an hour and a half from the main part of the city, kind of like Kampala, where Kampala is about 2 hours, I think, or an hour and a half from the airport. Was about that far from the city. So I guess I don't know why they do that, but I just got some money at the ATM. It's gonna cost me about 20,000 francs to get home. And that's about $40. Even on the Yango app, they don't use Uber out here. They have Yango, so at least Yango is one of them I saw. So I got some pretty money though. But we better go get in the Uber and then go to the Airbnb. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning right now, so I'm probably gonna take a nap, probably for an hour or so when I get home, because I slept that whole flight, which is about 3 hours from Ghana. So I'm gonna take a nap maybe, and then we're gonna get out and check out the city. Probably hit the gym really quick since it's Monday. One thing that can get kind of annoying when you hit the airport is if you already go with a guy with a taxi, there's other taxi drivers saying, "Do you have money for me to take you home?" And it's like, I'm with another taxi driver. And he's like, "Oh, my car is safer." Good, and you?
Good.
Good.
And you travel?
Good. Good. Yeah, I didn't see
Yeah,
much stuff.
How you see now?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So, how is the thing?
So I'm in the Airbnb. I'm ready to go to sleep now. I'm probably gonna sleep for maybe 1 or 2 hours because I barely slept on that plane. But I have a really good feeling about this city. It is got that. I don't know. I think everywhere that the French went to, they have this certain kind of of course, they have a certain kind of infrastructure, but they have a certain kind of feel to them, and it has that same feeling that you get when you go to Louisiana. It's you if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Even from the way, just I don't know, it's the infrastructure that's making it feel like that. I'm gonna show you guys here in the next clip. I'm about to take a nap. I'm gonna go get my SIM card for my phone in the morning, and then I'm gonna hit the gym, and then I'm gonna go see that bronze. I think it's like a bronze statue of a man holding a child and a woman or something like that. I'm gonna go see that. and do some walking around the city. So y'all stay tuned and click subscribe if you have not already, and click the like button. One more issue I got, you guys. So even though I'm still in Africa and West Africa, none of the plugs that I have are gonna fit the plugs that's here. So I gotta buy a whole new thing just to do that. So before you come to Senegal, this is the 2-prong plugs are the ones they got, and not like the 3-prong rectangle ones that they got on the east. Alright, you guys, excuse the color if it wasn't right, but it is now the next day. Well, I guess it's the same day, but now it's just morning time, and I'm getting ready to go to the phone store to put a new SIM card in for the new country. I'm gonna tell you guys, when I was at the airport yesterday, it was a guy, you know, the guys are always trying to influence you to let them hold your bags or walk you here and there when you go to another country. They do that a lot. And the guy's like, yeah, here. He's like, come here. He's like, come here. And he's like, come here, shh, give me some money. And I was like, what the fuck for? Just give me some money. And I was like, dude, no, like, why would I hand you money? Oh, I'm gonna help you find a taxi. I was like, I paid a taxi driver. You guys need to realize that happens a lot outside the States, especially in Africa. That happens a lot. I don't know what makes them think they could do that, but it's funny as hell if you ask me. So now we're walking down the steps, headed to getting the Yango, and then now that it's daylight, I can show you guys what the streets actually look like around here right now. Bonjour. Tu parles anglais?
Non.
Non? Oui, agência Arrange. All the SIM card stores are closed right now, it seems, for the holiday, so it's affected a lot of things that I need to do. But the French is okay. It's, of course, I don't know it fluently, so it's not working like that. So we'll be here right now. Salute restaurants and stuff. Bonjour. Amaya. They said that they're not open and I had to come back tomorrow, so it's kind of a nightmare right now. They gotta have something or some way I can get a prepaid SIM card. Yeah, because I'm not gonna be able to survive without it. That's just not even possible. We've arrived at another Orange. They're closed, but the other phone company, Express, they're closed today too. So it looks like I had to be a full 24 hours without cellular service. Alright, you guys, since we can't get any phone service, we're just gonna have to thug it out for the day. But we're gonna go to the Le Monument de la Renaissance Africaine. I think that's how you pronounce it. So which that means the monument of Renaissance, of African Renaissance. So we're gonna go see what that's about, what kind of history that's about, and then take some pictures and show you guys around by the beach too. Just telling me to put my camera up because it sounded like he said that somebody would snatch or rob me for the camera, so I'm gonna put it up. This is the monument. Well, let me just read it in English. The monument of the African Renaissance right here. You have this big, beautiful statue that I think Senegal is known for, that was built by the North Koreans. I don't know the history behind the part with the North Koreans, but if you look at that and you look at some statues in North Korea, I'll probably put one up on the screen right here. There is a huge similarity in the infrastructure. So when I saw that's who made it, it made good sense. So we're gonna walk up these steps and we're gonna check it out. Also, that driver just ripped me off for the ride. Number one, he could get me because my phone doesn't have service, so I can't pull up the right amount. And he didn't have change, which is a slick move that they always pull. Say, oh, you give them a certain amount and be like, oh, we don't have change for that. So they just riding around broke, but they not really doing that. So they got the little African symbol right here. But yeah, just beware of that. That's why it's good to carry a lot of change with you, because like I said, the taxi drivers in almost every country would do that so they don't have any change, just so they don't have to give you nothing back. Go walk all the way up here. That's what that Stairmaster is for. He said he got these pictures right here for 1,000, which is about a 165. So we're gonna take a few pictures in front of the statue. Yeah, he thought I came from Nigeria. He thought I was from Nigeria, so maybe there is some Nigerian in my blood. Yeah. SIM card it? Because all the stores are closed. Yeah, Express. Free, Orange is closed, finished, terminal.
Il faut acheter une carte de crédit. Carte de crédit.
Yes.
Months après au retour, on va acheter ici une carte de crédit.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so now we'll finish walking up the steps. Okay, so we've reached the top of the staircase. That takes a lot of willpower, so if you have weak legs, you won't be able to walk straight up. But I went ahead and just got out the way and got the pain out the way because I wasn't trying to do that all day. But we got a nice view of the city here. It's a little slightly gloomy today, but it's still sunny. I'm pretty sure even on a brighter day it looks even better, but that's about how big the statue is from here, or the monument. If you walk around here to the other side, you see the nice breeze. So I think today we're gonna go get some food by the sea, by a restaurant over here by the sea. Another thing that I noticed culturally that they do out here, kind of a little different than East Africa, and even Ghana too, I didn't really see this. Whenever they get frustrated, they'll do something that we do in the States. Like in the States, I don't know if you've been around black people, they go when they get upset or something doesn't go their way. My taxi driver last night and my Yango driver this morning, whenever they couldn't find a location, it's actually kind of funny. Just letting you know. That's just something I noticed being out here. Alright, so now we came inside the monument. There was a 1,000 franc ticket and then there was a 3,000. I got the 3,000 because it's the complete tour, and you get to go all the way to the top of the statue. So of course I got that one to show you guys on the content. 3,000 francs is like $5 or something like that. Now who does this look like right here? It doesn't look like Jesse Jackson. It looks like Will Smith, if you ask me. So I don't know enough French to know exactly what's the point in all these people being right here, but I'm assuming that they're just showing off black progression amongst the diaspora around the world and here, because Martin Luther King, I don't think he had anything to do with Senegal, but they're showing people that made, black people that made a change throughout history. So that's why it goes with the name Black Renaissance, or African Renaissance. So this is what I was talking about when they said the North Koreans built the statue. It says from 2008 to 2010. I'm assuming it's how long it took from January 22nd 2008 to March 2010. So the next step, now we're about to go upstairs to go up to the top. I'm assuming. I think we're about to go up to the top of the statue and look at it from there. They said this part is the head of the man. You get a way better view of the city from right here. That's the baby's body right there. Alright, you guys, that's the end of that story. The next issue now is I have to get back to the house, recharge all my devices. But first I need to stop by an electronic shop and get a European plug adapter because I had to charge everything off of my battery pack last night, not out of the wall socket. So I have to go home and charge everything. You need to buy a battery pack because if it wasn't for me using it, I wouldn't even have to go home right now. But I gotta go home. Luckily it's still only 1:43, so I still got plenty of time and plenty of sunlight. But let's go ahead and get that out the way, and we'll go to a nice restaurant by the beach and I'll show y'all that too. Alright y'all, so now we're over here to pick up these USB ports so I can go back home and charge and then try to figure out where can I get a SIM card at. Okay, so he said they weren't there, so we gotta go over here to get it. Oh, I need this bad. Anyway, most places don't accept cards, so make sure you bring cash, even the restaurants. Now it's started news. Oui.
Yeah.
¿Cuánto?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, you guys, so I just picked up a charger hub, I guess you could say an outlet hub, some water, and a lighter. And I need to stop by a pharmacy too, but the charger hub was about $7. And I will tell y'all this, I know a very little French, but the Portuguese words help. So like when I was asking for a lighter, I just told him fuego, and he understood what I meant when I said fuego. So being bilingual, trilingual definitely helps in a situation like this. Alright, you guys, so I'm back home. I got that adapter, and then the only thing that'll plug into the adapter is my camera and my battery pack. So what I'm gonna have to do is, luckily there's an electronics store next door. I'm gonna have to ask them, but I can plug my battery pack and fully charge that, and then I'm gonna take my laptop with me to the restaurant I'm gonna show you guys, and eat and work up there so I can upload this vlog today so you guys can see what the first day was like on the first day. But I'm doing a fast again. I'm permanently fasting, at least for a while. And I've only drank like natural orange juice today, but shit, I must have ate a lot of food because I'm not even that hungry yet, so I'm not gonna eat until probably like 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. But so far it's super hot out here. It's super hot, like super hot. Like I'm sweaty. Like if you go to bed without taking a shower, you're just nasty as hell. There's no way you can sweat this much and not take a shower before getting into bed. It's too sweaty. But so far I love it. I see what you guys mean, because you guys said it was a Muslim holiday and that everybody left. It does seem like there would be a lot more people here, and it does seem kind of empty. But I'm staying in, I think it's Nong, N-G-O-N-G. It's not Gong, it's Nong is how they're saying it. But if you go further west towards the ocean a little more, I notice there's a lot more of like restaurants and beach club looking things. So after my stuff charges up, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. I know my fingernails might have been a little dirty. Y'all know I don't rock with dirty fingernails. My mama put me on game when I was a kid about women not liking dirty fingernails, but it's just so damn hot. I haven't even washed my hands yet since I got back. I know that sounds nasty too, but I'm about to go wash my hands because it's very sweaty. This is a very sweaty place because it's so hot. But I love heat. I would rather be in this than be in Europe during the cold. That's kind of why I'm considering skipping Europe after I finish 5 or 6 more countries in Africa and just go to South and Central America. That's about to be lit. That's about to be lit. But I'm thinking about skipping Europe and then just going maybe around next summer, spring, because I can't deal with cold weather. Maybe I could deal with it. I could deal with cold weather for a few weeks, maybe 4 or 5 weeks at a time, but 3-4 months, no thank you. It's black people wasn't made for cold weather. Let's just say that. If you enjoyed seeing me go to the little North Korean statue that they got of the African Renaissance, leave a comment saying you want to see more of that, because I'm only in Senegal for about a week. I made it a little shorter this time, and I'm flying back to Kenya, or I might go to Angola. Depends on what those donations look like. But I'm flying back to Kenya. It really don't matter what the donations look like, because a one-way flight back to Kenya is $700. Oh my God! Thank God I already got my visa to Kenya, in an apartment, so they don't hit me with any more fees. But if you'd like to see more there, because there's a lot of historical stuff here in Senegal, and they have like a slave dungeon type of thing too, so I won't miss it this time. I promise I won't miss the slave dungeon this time. I know I didn't do it in Ghana, but I'll do it here for sure. Ghana, I had all the time in the world, but I just literally chose to stay in my apartment that entire time. I just couldn't do it. Alright, y'all, so this is the first country I've been to that I've seen this many people at the beach in the sand. I know y'all have heard me complain. Yeah, I'll do a drink today. I've been on my best behavior. Here?
Yeah.
You have a mojito?
Mojito?
Yeah. But I know y'all hear me complain about there's nobody ever at the beach, and people told me in Senegal there'd be people at the beach. So I see here there is people at this beach. There are people at this beach. I'm sorry. There are people at this beach. So this is a step up. But for the most part, out of the 6 other countries I went to, I didn't see anybody else at the beach. Out of the 3 that were beach. Where does everybody hang out on a Monday? Like, where is a place I should go to next?
Can you repeat?
Where does everybody hang out on a Monday? Like, what's the place I should go to next?
I call my friend because he speaks better English.
Oh, okay. Where should I go next? Like, where does everybody hang out at on Mondays?
On Mondays, I don't know, bro.
Really?
He wanted to ask you
About your haircut? Yeah.
Do you know where he can find a barber?
No, I'm a tourist here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just asking, like, where should I go next? 'Cause I do YouTube, so I want to do a video. Yeah, where everybody be hanging out
I think
today.
tonight there is a big event. It's called Magal de Tabou.
Okay.
So you can check on the internet, but it's like a traditional event where everybody is hanging in the streets.
Okay.
And
Where at?
I don't know, but I think the most well-known place is Almaty. You know
Almaty?
Yeah, we are at Almaty right now.
Okay.
We are at the very end of Almaty. But if you go in the city, it's like there's clubs, bars, and all that.
Okay. I appreciate it. Okay. Thanks.
See you, bro.
Au revoir. But yeah, on this side, there's more tourists on this side. Like a lot of, it seems like French people or some Americans, but not really. But I'm seeing more so French people from Europe over here on this side. But this is a really nice view. Off in the distance over there, there's a lighthouse. I don't know if you can see. It's a lighthouse way off in the distance over there. I'm gonna go visit that, and I'm gonna go see a couple other things. That's why I haven't bought my away ticket to Kenya yet. But I'm gonna try to do as much exploring and deal with as few women as I can while I'm here, because I ain't got time for that bullshit. But yeah, we're gonna do some exploring. It's pretty nice out here. I was gonna get something light, but instead, you guys know I love this fish right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this fish, and I'll eat like a salad, you know, maybe 3 or 4 hours before I go to bed at night. But yeah, the fish looks good, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and I'm gonna go back to eating twice a day. I'm gonna eat lunch and dinner from now on, and not breakfast. And I'm gonna eat one light meal, one big meal, because I think whatever I was trying to clean out my body while I was fasting, I think it's up out of me now. I don't think I need to keep doing this, stressing myself out every day. Because if it wasn't for that cigar, I would have stressed myself out. But yeah, I'm back on point now. So what we'll do next is we'll just do a walk down the beach, show you guys what it looks like. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the people out here on the beach, they're in beach clothes, they're sitting in the sand. You know, the women are in their swimsuits, the dudes are in swimming trunks and shirtless. That's the environment I like to be in. I don't want to be at the beach. Like right now, I'm fully dressed because I wasn't really. I pretty much gave up on this part of Africa having that beach culture. But so I came fully dressed thinking nobody'd be here. But they're out here. People are in the sand. And for those people that, you know, when people get butthurt, they come up with the worst explanations for things. They're like, oh, in Africa, we're not at the beach because we're too busy at work. Well, that sounds like you don't have a life. Because in Brazil, those people weren't rich and they be at the beach all the time. So the beach is free last time I checked. So I don't know, that was a lousy excuse. Or I even had somebody say, oh, we're not at the beach because we get enough sunlight walking down the street. Like, okay, just say you don't want to go to the beach. But I can see here in Senegal, the people like to go to the beach. And they have a nice beach to go to. With all these rocks, I would love to be at this beach. Another thing I like about it is it's not a beach in particular. Because when I was talking about nobody's at the beach in the other countries, they're like, oh, you need to go to this one, you need to go to that one. When you're in Brazil, you can go to any beach and there's people there. There's some that's better than others, yes, but for the most part, you can go to any beach. And I didn't even really expect to see anybody at the beach, but I just stumbled across the beach here, and there's a lot of people here. So another cool thing about being on the beach is they got real seashells and stuff like this. Yeah, I really like being at the beach, and I like all this kind of stuff. I'm actually going to take some of this stuff home with me and send it back to my mom. This right here. Or even like this one right here. I don't know, that kind of stuff is cool to me to see, you know, that. And for people like me, you could use one like this as an ashtray. Take this back to Kenya with me as a souvenir from Senegal. I told you I had a good feeling about this country, so it's fitting the vibe that I'm looking for so much so far. And the reason I think that may be is because and Paul was telling me this too, it's kind of off the grid, right? Most people go to Ghana over Senegal, from my understanding. And when you go to the smaller places that are still developed and the people are very warm, you get a better experience. Like, for example, Salvador Bahia, where I was living at in Brazil, is still super developed. It's nothing in the United States that's not in Salvador except for high taxes. But you still get to enjoy being around the people. What am I talking about?
Gin tonic.
Yeah. You just get a good experience because Rio is kind of getting flooded with tourists now, but Salvador isn't. Salvador is like a mid-level, expert-level city where you got to know Portuguese and you got to have some sort of sense about you to succeed in that city. And so I could see if my French was up to par, I probably would have that same experience I had in Salvador here. This is very, very peaceful. Very peaceful. I'm imagining you couldn't sit here during a storm or when the tide is high because I could see all this getting flooded. I'm pretty sure that's how the seashells got over here. But I'm taking this one home for sure. Even one of these mussel shells could be an ashtray. Believe it or not, when I was in Vietnam, they had a factory that I sent my mom a painting back from. They were making paintings and they would use this piece, this little pearl looking thing, but it was an actual pearl, to make a painting out of. All right, so the food is came. We got the fish. I don't know what kind of fish it is, but we got fried bananas basically, but they call them banana chips, and then a small salad and these sauces over here and a bunch of bread. So we're gonna eat this now. Those bananas are some of the best bananas I've ever ate in my damn life. Actually, this whole meal is good. I'm gonna show y'all the restaurant after I leave. So as y'all can see, I finished eating the food, and I also had a great time sharing the food with all these flies. There was about 30 flies that I shared my meal with today. Look at all those flies. But that fish and the onions or whatever else there was they put in there, that was like some of the best fish I've had in a long time. That was actually really good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the beach, and then we're gonna go to another spot, and then I'm gonna go home after that. So actually we're headed home because I was gonna show you guys another spot, but there's a storm coming through now, and I really don't want to get caught up in the storm. So the night may continue late. The video may continue later into the night, but for right now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna wrap it up. Hello?
Yes, brother. How are you?
Good, are you?
I'm fine.
Can you make